Ladies and gentlemen, today we gather to explore a profound and transformative truth, the ways in which God communicates with us. In the journey of faith, it is vital to recognize the signs that God is speaking to us. Understanding these signs can deepen our relationship with Him and guide us toward our divine purpose. Let's delve into 5 significant signs that indicate God is reaching out to you, inviting you to engage in a deeper conversation. The first sign is an undeniable sense of urgency in your spirit. Have you ever felt a nudge, an inner prompting that compels you to act or change direction? This feeling often arises when God is attempting to get your attention. It is a gentle yet persistent whisper, urging you to pay attention. This sense of urgency can manifest in various forms: a sudden desire to reach out to someone, an impulse to pray, or a conviction to make a change in your life. God uses this urgency to guide you toward His perfect plan, reminding you that you are not navigating this journey alone. The second sign is the recurring themes or messages you encounter in your life. Have you noticed specific verses in the Bible, words from a sermon, or phrases from conversations that seem to echo in your heart? This repetition is not coincidence. It is God's way of communicating His message to you. When you encounter these themes, take a moment to reflect on their significance. God is trying to reveal something important, urging you to delve deeper into His Word and seek understanding. Each repetition serves as a reminder that He is present, guiding you toward clarity and purpose. The third sign is the experience of divine peace amidst uncertainty. In times of turmoil or decision-making, you may find a sense of peace enveloping you, a calm assurance that everything will be okay, even when the circumstances seem daunting. This peace is a gift from God, a sign that you are aligned with His will. When you experience this tranquility, it serves as a powerful confirmation that you are walking in faith, trusting His guidance. It is in these moments that you realize God is not just a distant deity, but an ever-present source of comfort and strength. The fourth sign is a heightened sensitivity to the needs of others. As you cultivate your relationship with God, you may find yourself becoming more aware of the struggles and challenges faced by those around you. This increased sensitivity is not merely emotional, it is a divine prompting to serve, love, and support others. When you feel compelled to reach out, to lend a helping hand, or to offer encouragement, recognize it as God speaking through you. Your empathy becomes a channel for His love, allowing you to make a difference in the lives of those who need it most. The fifth and final sign is the deep sense of joy and fulfillment that accompanies your alignment with God's purpose. When you engage in activities that resonate with your gifts and passions, you will experience a joy that transcends external circumstances. This joy is a reflection of your relationship with God, a sign that you are living in accordance with His will. As you walk in your purpose, you become a source of inspiration to others, drawing them toward the love and grace of God. In closing, let us remember that God is continually communicating with us, inviting us to engage in a dynamic relationship. The signs of His voice, whether it be the urgency in your spirit, recurring themes in your life, the peace amidst uncertainty, a sensitivity to others, or the joy in your purpose, are all reminders of His unwavering love and guidance. As you cultivate your relationship with Him, remain attentive to these signs, for they will lead you deeper into His presence and purpose. Trust in His faithfulness and know that He is always speaking, always guiding, and always inviting you to a life of abundance and fulfillment in Him. Inner peace is one of the most profound signs that God is speaking to you. In the midst of life's storms and uncertainties, this divine tranquility emerges as a powerful assurance that you are aligned with His will. It transcends mere emotional calm. It is a deep, abiding peace that settles in your spirit, confirming that you are on the right path. When God communicates with you, He often does so through this sense of peace. You may find yourself facing decisions or challenges that would typically provoke anxiety or fear. Yet, amid the turmoil, you experience an overwhelming sense of serenity. This peace is not derived from your circumstances, but flows from your connection with the divine. It is the kind of peace that can only come from knowing that you are in harmony with God's purpose for your life. Consider the times when you have felt uncertain about a choice or direction. Perhaps you were standing at a crossroads, unsure which path to take. In those moments, if you have sought God earnestly, you may have felt a quiet assurance that guided you toward a decision. That peace you experienced was God affirming your steps, providing clarity amidst confusion. It is essential to recognize that this inner peace can serve as a compass in your life. When you face trials or dilemmas, take a moment to pause and reflect. Ask yourself, am I at peace with this decision? Do I feel a sense of tranquility in my heart? If the answer is yes, you can proceed with confidence, knowing that God is with you. If not, this may be a divine signal to seek further guidance, to pray, and to wait for clarity. Remember, this peace can be counterintuitive. You may be called to take bold steps that challenge your comfort zone. Yet, even in the face of risk or uncertainty, if you feel that inner calm, trust it. It is a divine confirmation that God is guiding you, urging you to step forward with courage and faith. In our fast-paced world, it is easy to become distracted and lose sight of this inner peace. But I encourage you to cultivate a practice of stillness, to carve out moments in your day to connect with God. In those sacred spaces of silence and prayer, you will often find that peace waiting for you, a testament to God's presence in your life. Embrace it, for it is a clear sign that He is speaking to you, affirming your identity and purpose in Him. The second sign that God is speaking to you is the consistent messages that appear throughout your life. This phenomenon is not coincidental. It is a divine pattern that reveals the heart of our Creator. God often communicates through repeated themes, symbols, or messages that resonate deeply within us, urging us to pay attention. Consider the times when you've heard a specific scripture, sermon, or teaching multiple times within a short period. Perhaps you encountered a verse that seemed to leap off the page, only to hear it echoed in a conversation, a book, or even on social media. These instances are not mere happenstance. They are God's way of capturing your attention. He knows how easily we can become distracted, and so He uses repetition to highlight the messages that are vital for our spiritual growth. When you notice these repeated messages, take a moment to reflect on what they may be trying to convey. God often uses them to guide us toward deeper understanding or to redirect our paths. For example, if you keep hearing about the importance of faith during a season of doubt, God might be calling you to strengthen your trust in Him. Or if the theme of love keeps surfacing, He may be urging you to cultivate a heart of compassion and kindness toward others. Recognizing these patterns requires a heart that is open and attentive. It demands that we cultivate a sensitivity to the movement of the Holy Spirit in our lives. As you walk through your daily routines, be mindful of the messages that appear with consistency. They may come through different channels, yet the essence remains the same. This is God speaking directly to you, offering guidance, encouragement, or even correction. Furthermore, don't underestimate the significance of conversations with others. Sometimes God will use the words of a friend, a mentor, or even a stranger to convey a message you desperately need to hear. When these conversations align with the consistent themes you've been noticing, pay close attention. This could be a powerful confirmation of God's direction for your life. As you engage with these repeated messages, remember that they are an invitation to go deeper. Ask yourself, what is God trying to teach me through this? Allow the answers to emerge from prayer, contemplation, and introspection. Embrace the journey of discovery, for God is revealing His heart to you, helping you navigate the complexities of life with clarity and purpose. In a world filled with noise and distractions, we must remain vigilant in seeking the voice of God amid the clamor. When you identify these consistent messages, take them seriously. They are divine breadcrumbs leading you toward your destiny, guiding you to become the person you were created to be. So let us open our hearts and minds to the whispers of the divine, for in doing so, we will find the clarity and direction we seek. The third sign that God is speaking to you is an unsettling restlessness within your spirit. This feeling can often be mistaken for anxiety or dissatisfaction, but it is, in fact, a divine nudging, a gentle but persistent urge that stirs your heart, compelling you to seek change or deeper understanding. When God communicates through restlessness, it is His way of signaling that something in your life needs to shift. This discomfort can manifest in various forms. Perhaps you feel unfulfilled in your job, or your relationships seem strained, or even a sense of urgency to pursue a long-neglected dream. Whatever the case may be, this inner restlessness serves as a powerful catalyst, prompting you to reevaluate your circumstances and seek God's guidance for transformation. Often we are tempted to ignore this feeling, to distract ourselves with busyness or routine. But let me encourage you, do not dismiss this divine discontent. Instead, embrace it as an opportunity for growth. God is stirring your spirit because He desires more for you. He wants to lead you to a place of fulfillment and purpose, but first you must acknowledge the discomfort as a divine signal. This restlessness can also serve as a prompt for self-examination. It invites you to reflect on your life, your goals, and your relationships. Ask yourself what is causing this unrest. Is there an area of my life where I am not fully aligned with God's will? When you take the time to engage in this introspection, you may discover that God is calling you to make difficult choices or to step outside of your comfort zone. Consider the story of the Israelites in the wilderness. Their journey was marked by restlessness as they wandered in search of the promised land. God used their discomfort to teach them dependence on Him and to prepare them for the greatness that lay ahead. Similarly, your restlessness can be a divine preparation for something extraordinary. God often uses these moments of unease to cultivate resilience and faith within you, molding you for the journey ahead. As you navigate this restlessness, seek God earnestly in prayer. Ask Him for clarity and direction. He is always willing to guide those who earnestly seek Him. Be open to the changes He may be asking you to make, and trust that, while the journey may be uncomfortable, it is leading you to a place of divine fulfillment. Remember, restlessness is not a sign of weakness. It is an indication of God's active presence in your life. It reflects His love for you, His desire for you to thrive and fulfill your purpose. When you acknowledge this divine unease, you align yourself with God's voice, allowing Him to lead you to a life of greater significance and impact. So lean into that restlessness, for it is a sacred invitation to step into the fullness of what God has prepared for you. The fourth sign that God is speaking to you is the presence of divine appointments in your life. These are moments that seem too perfectly timed to be mere coincidences. They are orchestrated by the hand of God, designed to guide, instruct, or encourage you on your journey. Divine appointments often come in unexpected forms, revealing the intricacies of God's plan and reminding us that He is actively involved in our lives. Consider the power of a chance encounter with someone who offers just the right words of wisdom at the right moment. Perhaps you were feeling lost or uncertain, and in walks someone with a message that resonates deeply with your spirit. These interactions are not random, they are divine interventions. God places people in our path to speak truth, to inspire, or to challenge us to grow. When you recognize these moments, you begin to see the fingerprints of God at work in your life. Moreover, divine appointments can manifest as opportunities that arise suddenly and unexpectedly. You may find a door opening that you had not anticipated, an invitation to a gathering, a chance to collaborate on a project, or a job offer that aligns perfectly with your skills and passions. These are not mere happenstance, they are God's way of directing your steps, guiding you toward your purpose and destiny. It is essential to remain attentive to these divine appointments. Cultivate a heart that is open and receptive to the movement of the Holy Spirit. When you sense that God is leading you toward a particular interaction or opportunity, step forward with faith. Trust that He has a purpose in bringing these people and moments into your life. Additionally, divine appointments are often accompanied by a sense of urgency. You may feel a strong prompting to act, to reach out, or to engage in a way that feels outside your comfort zone. Embrace that prompting. God often uses these moments to stretch us, to help us grow in faith and confidence. When we respond to His call, we position ourselves to receive blessings and insights that can transform our lives. Consider the story of Esther. She was placed in a position of influence at a critical moment in history, with the opportunity to save her people. Her divine appointment came through a series of events that might have seemed coincidental, but they were all part of God's perfect plan. Likewise, you may find yourself in situations that appear ordinary on the surface, yet they hold extraordinary significance in the grand scheme of God's purpose for your life. As you navigate your daily experiences, remain vigilant and prayerful. Ask God to open your eyes to the divine appointments that surround you. Be willing to step into the unexpected and embrace the connections that God orchestrates. When you recognize these moments as sacred opportunities, you will find yourself enriched and empowered, equipped to fulfill the calling placed on your life. In every divine appointment lies the potential for growth, transformation, and fulfillment. Trust in God's timing and His ability to align the right people and opportunities at the right moment. By doing so, you will discover the incredible ways He is speaking to you, guiding you toward your destiny and purpose. Embrace these divine moments, for they are a testament to God's faithfulness and love, reminding you that you are never alone on this journey. The fifth sign that God is speaking to you is a growing desire for intimacy with Him. This yearning is not merely a fleeting thought, it is a deep, heartfelt longing that pulls you toward a more profound connection with your Creator. As you seek to know God more intimately, you begin to recognize His voice and understand His purpose for your life. When God is speaking to you, you may find that your heart increasingly craves moments of solitude and communion with Him. Prayer becomes more than a ritual, it transforms into a sacred dialogue where you share your fears, hopes, and dreams. Worship takes on new meaning, becoming a time of genuine expression and connection rather than mere obligation. This desire for intimacy reflects a hunger for a relationship that transcends the superficial and dives into the depths of God's heart. In these moments of closeness, you may experience a profound sense of peace and assurance. God reveals Himself to those who seek Him with sincerity and passion. As you draw near to Him, He promises to draw near to you, igniting a fire within your spirit that cannot be extinguished. You begin to recognize His voice amidst the noise of life, understanding that He is speaking words of love, affirmation, and guidance. This deepening relationship with God often brings clarity and direction. As you become more attuned to His presence, you start to understand His will for your life. Decisions that once seemed daunting become clearer as you seek His counsel. You find comfort in knowing that you are not navigating life alone. You have a loving Father guiding your steps, whispering truths into your heart. Moreover, this desire for intimacy can also manifest in a growing passion for studying His Word. The Scriptures come alive, resonating deeply with your spirit as you uncover the treasures contained within. God uses His Word to communicate profound truths, shaping your understanding and revealing His character. Each passage you read becomes a conversation, a direct line to His wisdom and love. As you embrace this intimacy, you may also feel a calling to share your journey with others. Your relationship with God becomes a testimony that inspires those around you. You find joy in discussing His goodness, sharing the revelations He has imparted to you. This desire to connect with God not only enriches your life, but also impacts those who witness your transformation. However, it is essential to remember that this journey of intimacy is not always easy. There will be moments of doubt, distraction, and spiritual warfare. But in these times, cling to the promise that God is always with you. He desires a relationship with you, and He is patiently waiting for you to lean into Him. Cultivate this desire for intimacy by creating intentional space in your life for God. Carve out moments of stillness where you can reflect, pray, and listen for His voice. Engage in worship, not just in a corporate setting, but in your private time, allowing the music to draw you closer to His heart. As you prioritize this relationship, you will find that God is speaking to you in ways you never imagined possible. In conclusion, the growing desire for intimacy with God is a clear indication that He is actively communicating with you. Embrace this longing as a gift, a divine invitation to explore the depths of His love and purpose for your life. As you cultivate this relationship, you will discover the incredible plans He has for you, leading you into a life filled with joy, fulfillment, and purpose. Remember, God is always speaking. It is up to us to open our hearts and listen. The sixth sign that God is speaking to you is the experience of answered prayers. There is a profound power in prayer, a sacred conversation that connects our hearts to the heart of God. When you find that specific prayers are being answered, especially in ways that exceed your expectations, it serves as a powerful reminder of God's active presence in your life and His willingness to engage with you. When you approach God in prayer, you are not simply voicing your desires, you are entering into a relationship where communication flows both ways. As you bring your requests before Him, you may notice that some of them are answered almost immediately, while others take time. This process is a testament to God's sovereignty and His perfect timing. He hears your prayers and knows what is best for you, even when you may not fully understand. When you experience an answer to prayer, it often comes with a sense of awe and wonder. It is in these moments that your faith is deepened and you are reminded of the greatness of God. Perhaps you prayed for guidance in a difficult decision and suddenly the path became clear. Maybe you sought healing for yourself or a loved one and you witnessed miraculous restoration. These answers are not mere coincidences, they are confirmations of God's faithfulness and love. Moreover, answered prayers often serve as a catalyst for spiritual growth. Each time you witness God responding to your requests, your trust in Him is strengthened. You begin to understand that He is not a distant deity, but an intimate Father who cares deeply for your needs. This realization transforms the way you approach prayer, shifting your perspective from mere request to a relational dialogue where you expect to hear from Him. Sometimes the answers to our prayers may not come in the form we anticipated. God, in His infinite wisdom, may respond in unexpected ways. He might say yes, no, or wait. Each response carries significance, teaching us to trust His plan and His timing. Even when the answer is not what we desire, we can find peace in knowing that God's understanding far surpasses our own. His responses guide us toward the path that leads to our ultimate purpose. In addition, answered prayers can also be a source of encouragement and hope for those around us. When you share your testimony of how God answered your prayers, it ignites faith in others. Your story becomes a living testimony of God's goodness and power, inspiring those who may be struggling in their own faith journeys. Your experiences of answered prayer serve to build a community of believers who can encourage one another, reminding each other of God's faithfulness. As you cultivate a life of prayer, be attentive to the ways God is responding. Document your prayers and the answers you receive, for this practice will help you recognize the patterns of God's faithfulness in your life. Celebrate each answered prayer, whether big or small, as a testament to His love and provision. In conclusion, the experience of answered prayers is a clear sign that God is speaking to you. It reflects His desire for a deep relationship with you, one where your needs and desires matter to Him. Embrace the power of prayer as a vital part of your spiritual journey. Let it be a source of strength, hope, and encouragement, for through answered prayers, God reveals His presence and His plans for your life. Trust in His goodness and know that He is always listening, always responding, and always speaking. The seventh sign that God is speaking to you is the presence of wisdom and clarity in your decision making. In a world filled with confusion and noise, the ability to discern God's voice and receive guidance is a remarkable gift. When you find yourself experiencing moments of sudden insight or clarity regarding decisions or circumstances, it is a clear indication that God is actively communicating with you. God desires to lead us with wisdom. He understands the complexities of our lives and the choices we face daily. When you seek Him earnestly, asking for direction in prayer, He responds by illuminating your path. This clarity often comes unexpectedly, perhaps during a moment of quiet reflection or while engaging in worship. It's as if the fog lifts and you suddenly see the way forward, a divine revelation guiding you toward the right choice. These moments of insight are not merely your thoughts or feelings, they are manifestations of God's wisdom. They remind you that you are not navigating life alone. God is deeply invested in your journey and wants to guide you toward His perfect will. When you experience this clarity, it's essential to pause and recognize it as a divine nudge, a whisper of God encouraging you to act in faith. Moreover, clarity can also manifest as a sense of peace accompanying your decisions. You may find that when you are aligned with God's will, there is a profound sense of assurance that fills your heart. Even if the decision is challenging or requires courage, that peace serves as confirmation that you are following the path God has set before you. It's the assurance that, despite the uncertainties ahead, you are firmly rooted in His plan. As you develop a deeper relationship with God, your capacity to discern His voice grows. The more time you spend in His Word and in prayer, the more attuned you become to His guidance. Wisdom becomes a natural response to the situations you encounter, and clarity emerges as you align your thoughts and actions with God's truth. You begin to see life through a lens of faith, allowing His Word to shape your perspective. However, it's crucial to remain humble and open to correction. Sometimes clarity may lead you to confront difficult truths about yourself or your circumstances. God may be asking you to make changes that feel uncomfortable, but are ultimately necessary for your growth. Embrace these moments of honesty, for they are part of the transformative work He is doing in your life. Additionally, surround yourself with wise counsel. God often speaks through others, using their insights and experiences to guide you. Seek mentors, spiritual leaders, or trusted friends who can offer perspective and support as you navigate your decisions. This collaborative approach not only strengthens your clarity, but also reinforces the community of faith that God has placed in your life. In conclusion, the presence of wisdom and clarity in your decision-making is a significant sign that God is speaking to you. It reflects His desire to guide you through the complexities of life, providing you with the insight you need to make choices aligned with His will. Embrace these moments of divine clarity, for they are an invitation to deepen your relationship with God and walk confidently in the path He has prepared for you. Trust in His guidance, and remember that He is always speaking, ready to illuminate your way and empower you to fulfill your purpose. The eighth sign that God is speaking to you is a heightened sensitivity to the needs of others. When you find yourself increasingly aware of the struggles, pain, and challenges faced by those around you, it is a clear indication that God is working in your heart. This sensitivity is not merely an emotional response, it is a divine calling to serve, to love, and to reach out in compassion. God has created each of us with a unique purpose, and part of that purpose involves caring for others. When you experience this heightened awareness, it is a signal that God is stirring within you, a prompting to respond to the needs that you see. It may manifest as a desire to help a friend in distress, volunteer in your community, or offer support to someone who is struggling. This response is a reflection of God's heart, reminding you that you are His hands and feet in the world. When you begin to feel this sensitivity, take a moment to pause and reflect on what it means. God often uses our awareness of others to draw us into deeper relationships, both with Him and with those around us. Each encounter becomes an opportunity for ministry, for connection, and for sharing His love. Your empathy allows you to step into the shoes of another, seeing their struggles and joys through their eyes. This perspective deepens your understanding of God's love and grace. Moreover, this sensitivity can also lead to moments of divine revelation. As you listen to the stories and experiences of others, God may speak to you through their words, revealing insights that you may not have otherwise recognized. In these exchanges, you may find yourself encouraged, inspired, or challenged to grow. Each interaction becomes a divine appointment orchestrated by God to facilitate His work in your life and in the lives of others. However, it is essential to approach this sensitivity with humility and discernment. While it is a blessing to feel compassion for others, it is equally important to set boundaries. God does not call us to be saviors, He calls us to be servants. Seek His guidance in how to respond to the needs you encounter, trusting that He will provide you with the wisdom to know when to act and when to simply listen. Additionally, this heightened sensitivity often leads to a desire for prayer. You may feel compelled to lift others up in prayer, seeking God's intervention in their lives. This is a powerful response, for prayer invites God into the situation, allowing Him to work in ways that we cannot. Your prayers become a lifeline for those in need, connecting them to the heart of God and His limitless love. As you cultivate this sensitivity, remember that it is a gift from God. He has designed you to be a vessel of His compassion, demonstrating His love in tangible ways. Embrace this calling with joy, knowing that your actions can have a profound impact on the lives of those around you. The ninth sign that God is speaking to you is the presence of a deep sense of joy and fulfillment in your life. This joy is not dependent on external circumstances. Rather, it flows from a profound connection with God and an understanding of your purpose. When you experience this kind of joy, it serves as a powerful indication that you are aligned with His will and that He is actively communicating with you. God created each of us with a unique purpose and calling, and when you begin to walk in that purpose, joy naturally follows. It's a joy that transcends the ups and downs of life, grounding you in the knowledge that you are part of something greater than yourself. When you engage in activities that align with your gifts and passions, whether through service, creativity, or pursuing your dreams, you tap into this divine joy. This is a reminder that God delights in your uniqueness and wants to see you flourish. Moreover, this joy is often accompanied by a sense of peace. In moments of uncertainty, when the world around you may seem chaotic, you can still feel an inner calm that reassures you of God's presence. This peace is a gift, a direct result of your relationship with Him. It signals that you are in a place of trust, allowing God to lead you through every season of life. When you sense this deep joy, you can rest assured that you are hearing His voice, guiding you to live authentically and fully. Additionally, this joy often compels you to share it with others. You find yourself wanting to uplift and encourage those around you, to be a source of light in a world that can often feel dark. This outpouring of joy is a natural response to the love and grace you have received from God. As you express this joy, it becomes infectious, drawing others into the experience of God's goodness. Your life becomes a testimony of His faithfulness, inspiring others to seek the same joy and fulfillment that you have found. It is essential to recognize that this joy is not merely an emotion, but a state of being that reflects your relationship with God. There may be times when you face challenges or trials, and yet, even in those moments, you can find joy in the knowledge that God is with you. This resilience is a testament to your faith, a recognition that God is at work even in difficult circumstances. As you navigate life, be intentional about cultivating this joy. Engage in practices that nurture your relationship with God, such as prayer, worship, and the study of His Word. Surround yourself with a community of believers who uplift and inspire you. These practices create an environment where joy can flourish, allowing you to remain sensitive to God's voice and direction. The 10th sign that God is speaking to you is the emergence of a profound sense of peace in the midst of turmoil. In a world often marked by chaos and uncertainty, the peace that comes from God stands out as a remarkable testament to His presence in your life. When you experience this peace, especially during challenging times, it is a clear indication that God is actively communicating with you, guiding you through the storms of life. This peace is not merely the absence of conflict, rather, it is a deep-rooted assurance that transcends understanding. It is the kind of peace that allows you to remain calm in the face of adversity, knowing that God is in control. When life circumstances seem overwhelming and fear threatens to take hold, this divine peace serves as a shield, protecting your heart and mind. It is a reminder that you are not alone. God is with you, working all things together for your good. As you cultivate your relationship with God, you become more attuned to this peace. It often manifests during times of prayer, worship, or reflection when you intentionally seek His presence. In these moments, you may feel a wave of tranquility wash over you, as if God is whispering directly to your soul, reassuring you that everything will be okay. This experience reinforces your trust in Him, deepening your faith and confidence in His plans for your life. Moreover, this peace serves as a guiding force in your decision-making. When faced with choices, you may find that the presence of peace becomes a litmus test for discerning God's will. If a decision brings anxiety or unrest, it may be an indication that you need to reconsider. Conversely, when a choice is accompanied by a sense of peace, it is often a confirmation that you are walking in alignment with God's purpose. This discernment is a gift, allowing you to navigate life with confidence and clarity. Additionally, this peace can impact those around you. When you carry the peace of God within you, it radiates to others. In a world filled with fear and uncertainty, your calm demeanor can serve as a beacon of hope, drawing others to the source of your strength. Your life becomes a testimony of God's faithfulness, encouraging those who are struggling to seek the same peace that you have found. However, it is important to recognize that this peace is not a one-time experience, it is a continuous journey. There will be moments when the storms of life may try to disrupt your peace, but in those times, you can return to God in prayer, seeking His presence once again. Trust that He will provide the comfort and reassurance you need to face any challenge. As you embrace this peace, remember to cultivate an attitude of gratitude. Thankfulness opens the door to deeper intimacy with God, allowing you to experience His peace even more profoundly. As you acknowledge His blessings and faithfulness, you create a foundation of trust that strengthens your ability to withstand life's trials. In conclusion, recognizing the signs that God is speaking to you is an essential aspect of your spiritual journey. Each of these signs, whether it be a growing desire for intimacy with Him, the experience of answered prayers, the presence of wisdom and clarity, heightened sensitivity to the needs of others, a deep sense of joy, or the profound peace in the midst of turmoil serves as a reminder of His active presence in your life. These divine communications invite you to cultivate a deeper relationship with God, one where you actively listen and respond to His leading. They encourage you to engage with the world around you, offering love and compassion, while also recognizing your unique purpose within the greater narrative of God's plan. As you embrace these signs and allow them to guide your actions, you will find that your faith is strengthened, your perspective is transformed, and your life becomes a testament to God's faithfulness.